Message. So I'm out taking my scroll. I'm out taking my scroll, everyone. Message. Got my camera today. Something's telling me to go out in the woods. This old little dark boy, melanated boy, you know, a little spirit enjoying this journey here on earth. Message for you all though, stop. Free yourself, free your mind. Stop. This is not telling you what to do. I just want you to, by me saying this, is getting stop in your head. Like stop. Stop comparing your life to what you see on social media. Stop comparing your healing journey to what you see someone else is going through. Everyone is expressing themselves via social media, via whenever you meet them in person. Everyone is expressing themselves from the capacity or from the depths of where they have met themselves, meaning internalized. Like someone can only meet you to the depths of how far they met themselves, meaning with yourself. What does that tell you about you? You can only meet yourself as far as you met yourself. So the beauty of all of this is growth. It's change. That's how one expands, and that's what makes us all limitless in this journey. So amazing is that this is a ever learning journey. This is a never ending journey in a way. The mind in a way cannot fathom that. So we're always learning through our surroundings, through our experiences, through our breathing, through our everything. So does it make sense, for us to all be the same? Does it make sense for us to live the same way, eat the same way? It's just so many things that I can express as a huge truck rides by. But anywho, there's just so many things again where we're unprogramming and reprogramming our mindsets. And this is what the awakening is all about, is we're awakening to ourselves. We're awakening to the essence of who we always been. And then we're returning back to the same place. We're returning to the one, to source, to the creator, because we are simply expressions of that. Your life, for instance, I'm out here doing photography. I may see that as beauty, the rust, I may see all of this as a part of creation, and I'm like, I got my camera. Now, how could I do something to where this is an expression, I can make this art? Because to me, this is art. So this goes back to, especially those of you that will resonate with this message. Expect good. Expect great things. And I know it's kind of troubling for a lot of people to accept this, but just imagine how grateful you are to have a roof over your head, to even have food. Just imagine for a second that you're not out on the street, and then even people that are out on the street, their perception of life, they're not even angry at that. Some people actually choose that. I know people who choose that message. But again, find the beauty in all things. No matter where this trash is dumped, no matter where this stuff is, something green always seems to find its way to grow around it, through it, or whatever. Just like water, it always finds its way through things. And this is me, y'all. I've always been an explorer, traveler, always doing something to keep my mind, you know, in an expansive way, in a way where I could reinvent myself. That's just the artist in me. That's just the, you know, my way of just life. That may not be accepting to you, but that still is not going to change me. It's only going to inspire me. When people come along and say, oh, you cannot do this, oh, guess what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just because. And you should do it too. How you going to ever know until you try? You're an inspiration in someone's eyes just by simply doing something that maybe they needed to see that they were afraid to do. So there's always a risk in anything. I tell people, I'm like, when you get up, I take it, it's like this. Do you know when you're, when you rise up out of your rest, and if you get up too fast, the blood that rushes, like has to get to your brain, a certain part of your body, do you know that can cause health problems? If I believe you can do your research on this, I believe it can cause a heart attack. And that's why when we rise, we're sitting there, it's important to just, how we rise is so vital. The environment. You know, I've learned to rise and not immediately get on the phone. It's discipline in that. I have to rise and sometimes go take a walk to really clear my mind instead of just going to social media or technology or certain things for the answers. And then I get out in nature. Even while I'm doing this, is discipline. It's like, in some way I want to empower and encourage you, like, nature is going to teach you everything about who you are. And I've always wondered what was my connection to nature. Then I start to realize that this is ancestral. This is something that's been passed down. And when I see people in my family going through mental things or going through or, you know, experiencing things on a more earthly level, in a way of like they're more attached more to like the idea of the Matrix and what this is supposed to be and how things are supposed to be, it reminds me to come here, to accept that everything is happening at a process where it's beyond my control. I'm just going with the flow. I'm responding, you know, to everything. And every time I see like a butterfly or something, it reminds me, as a wise man once said, is to be free, be kind, and walk slow. So I challenge you today, whatever you're doing, ask yourself, what are you in a rush to do? Where are you in a rush to go? And slow down. When you see someone going fast and you see certain things, slow down. Look at the process of life and just everything in general. Slow your breathing down. Take a walk. You know, go do something to where, you know, you're forced to slow down, because life will slow you down. And I'm telling you from experience, I'm seeing it firsthand with family, everything, people. Life, and this is the thing about this feminine principle, the healing that's taking place. I've learned that through the healing, is that I've accepted that water is always going to find its way. Water is always going to flow, no matter on top of the surface or below. And then even with that, it's going to always find its way to the ocean. It's going to always somehow connect. And that's what I learned about this life. It's like, no matter what we do, we're going to always find our way either to each other again, or in some way we're going to cross path or connect again in a way how water is. And so a lot of our healing journey is this purpose for us now to really become more aware of what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how it affects everything that we do, how it affects everything around us. And so the beauty of that is, look at people in your family. Look at those who are rushing to what? For what? What's the goal? What's the result? And then as you slowly begin to realize that the process of anything has to do with patience, has to do with embracing the process, loving the process, enjoying the process, going through the different emotions, like ocean, going through the different emotions and cycles of life, knowing that you're never going to be the same. You're not ever the same. People that you've been in connections with and previous connections, past, whatever, no one's ever the same. When you change, they change. It's all how we perceive it. And again, it's how deep have you met yourself? And this is the importance of healing. Nature reminds me of this. So may I inspire you to be like a turtle. You can be hard on the inside, as a wise man once said, but you're soft on the inside. Hard on the outside, soft on the inside. And go slow. Peace.